Hey, what's going on, champ? Why don't you take a seat right over there and take a look at this website with me? I mean, it's really beautiful. It's got pink on the logo, the photos, the quantity. I mean, this is a really well done website. It's got some graphics too and GIFs. I mean, this has to be converting at 5%, 10% because it's really beautiful, don't you think? But that's where you're wrong, bro Chacho, and this is the reason why I never loved you to begin with. Yeah, and today we're going to be dissecting this exact website and showing you examples of websites I love so you can see the real elements, the real things that make a big difference in conversion rate and AOV so you can make more money from every single visitor. Now, obviously the product page's goal is to convert people and make them buy whatever you're selling, but what actually makes people buy? Well, for me, there's 4 key things that I always try to address with every product page. And first off, this is going to be demonstrating the value of your product. Now, the only way to demonstrate value is to first understand what your target audience actually cares about. What are the benefits? What's the transformation they're looking to get after buying your product? Because people aren't buying products for the sake of having products like they're a bunch of hoarders. Well, maybe a few of them, but they're really looking for a solution at the end of the day, and they associate your product with the fastest, easiest, and most affordable way to get whatever their desired result is. Now, for this product right here, it is a face sculpting brush. So we can try to glean that, okay, most likely the target audience is buying this product so that they can appear more confident, more attractive to the other sex, or just slim down their face because that's just a personal goal of making themselves look more attractive to themselves. So now that we have that information, we need to communicate that in a variety of different ways, through headlines, through ads, through reviews. Because yeah, for a product like this, I definitely want to show results of the transformation. Otherwise, people aren't going to believe that. Now, once we understand the value our product provides, and we're obviously showing this through our copywriting and through different images, the next thing that's really important is to try to handle all objections that your target audience will have, which they're naturally going to have with whatever they are. People are just naturally skeptical of any product out there. They always think it's not going to work for me. Okay, it worked for that person, but they're this type and I'm this type of person. So you have to always be able to understand where their head is at so that you can come up with copy that's relatable and to address any concerns they might have, because they might be thinking also, well, I could use this product or I could try doing what I've already been doing. So for instance, if I've been trying to lose weight by going to the gym and I have a product that actually helps you lose weight, then I need to talk to people about why going to the gym isn't the best solution. Maybe it doesn't even work at all, and that's what I try to market it as. But you have to communicate this is the best solution. And if they have common questions like how to use the product or will it work for me if I'm like this, then you have to address those pain points so that they have no objections at the end of the day and things that are leaving them from buying your product. And now that you've communicated the value of the product and you handled objections, the final 2 things are having a great offer and having amazing social proof that shows all these people that are having a great time with your product. It shows that your brand is trustworthy, that your product works, and it shows that it can get the desired result that people are looking for. Now, you want to have social proof plastered throughout the product page. You want it at the top of your product page. You want to have it in the middle. You want to have it at the bottom, because the reality is if you just have it at the bottom like everyone else, around 10% of people, if you look at Hotjar recordings of your website, will scroll down this far. And just to show you a quick example, this is the Hotjar of one of our clients. And as you can see, when we go to the scroll map, 100% of people see this first section. And as soon as we scroll down, our reviews typically are down here. This is 14% of people that get down this far. Actually, it's closer to 20%, but still 8 out of 10 people that we are running ads to right now and are on our website that we're hoping to convert are not seeing social proof. So how on earth are they gonna trust our brand if it's only down here? We need to have social proof on the announcement bar. We need to have it in our product images. We might even wanna consider putting it above the fold, above the add to cart button. Now, I would say one of the best above the fold product page designs I've ever seen comes from Bleame. Easily, they cover so many different objection handlers and social proof elements in one section. So look at this right here. They have 2 announcement bars. First, handling the objection of pricing by having a 30% discount code. So if price is an issue, boom, we're giving you a code to lower it. Next, social proof, over 100,000 happy babes, immediately showing you that there has been so many people that have tried out this solution and they have all loved it. So you're not the guinea pig here. A lot of people are trying this out. This is the new wave. You want to be a part of the bandwagon. Next, if this product doesn't work for me, is there a money back guarantee? Boom, handled right here. Money back 30-day guarantee that they just have, but you can easily put this as a badge on your first product image to communicate even more value, because most people's first product image, yeah, is something like this. this where someone's holding the product. Does that actually give you any value? This image right here? No. But if you have some badges, if you have benefits, and if you go here, this would be a great opening image because this actually communicates values from the product and the unique selling points. And then they show immediately in the second image that the product works with a GIF of before and after. This is absolutely essential. You have to show the product works and leave people with no doubt at all that this can work for them too. And then going down, they have a sticky add to cart button so you can easily buy from the above the fold section. So 100% of people are seeing the buy now button, which instantly is going to give you a higher chance of getting more conversions and add to carts. But when we scroll down, we can also see they're really, really smart here because most people don't realize if you have a bundle deal, this is a great offer too. You should pre-select a higher option because that's going to lead to more people choosing it naturally if that's the default selection. So they don't do 1 pack as the natural, it's 2 packs. And I can guarantee this easily bumped up their AOV by 20 to 30%. So if you have a bundle offer, then you should have a bundle app that looks like this. This is Wide Bundle, I believe. I've used Upsell Funnel Engine. There's a ton of different bundle apps, but you need to have an enticing offer. You can't just do $39 and it's 20% off or 50% off like every other marketer on earth does. It has to be unique in some way. So if you can do a BOGO offer, awesome. If you do buy one, get one 50% off like they're doing right here, awesome too. But now coming back to the first website we checked out, they don't have a bundle app. They don't make it super easy for you to actually get a discount. They have this weird quantity, and some people do have this. They have a table, and I have to calculate in my head 15% off for 2. I mean, that's not very enticing, and it's 38.24 times 2. I mean, what is that? 76.48, unless you're a human calculator like me. That's an absolute genius like the Rain Man out here. But most people are not as gifted as me, so you can't just have some table like this. You should make it super easy to understand with a bundle app, and they can just click and play around instead of having to do a quantity button. And for my own reference, I have tested quantity buttons on so many different client stores, and we will see click maps using Hotjar, and we'll see most people never interact with that quantity bar. So I actually have removed that from all of our client stores because it just doesn't convert nearly as well as having a bundle app. Now, before we get into the rest of this video, if you do have an e-commerce brand that you're looking to scale to 6 figures a month and maybe you've hit a plateau, my agency will make custom UGC and graphic creatives on Facebook and Instagram while handling your media buying and CRO to help you scale your brand to all new heights. So if you're interested in having all of your marketing done by experts, including myself, then all you have to do is book a call down below for a free consultation call where we'll look at your whole ad account, website, and everything, give you a full audit for free so you get a ton of value and see if we're the right fit to help scale your brand to 6 figures a month. So now let's do it side by side and compare the pro versus the beginner, and you can just see how much a big difference it makes because although this is designed very well, it's got the pink branding, it's got nice GIFs and all these different sections, that doesn't mean it's going to convert well if it's not well optimized and you don't do the research beforehand to communicate the right value points and just to make it easier for your customer to buy without having any objections left to answer. So when we go on this one right here, first thing I noticed, they have a bland product image. Sure, it's pink, it looks nice. I'm sure the brand owner is really happy with this. This communicates literally nothing with me. I don't know what the product does. I don't know anything about money back guarantees. I don't know anything about social proof. In fact, the only social proof I really see here is this 4.8 out of 5, but that doesn't even show me how many reviews there are. But I have to click on it and I can see here there's only 12 reviews. That is not that many people. So for me, that doesn't communicate a lot of trust compared to 5-star, 1,096, along with, of course, 100,000 happy babes. So these are really small changes that anyone can do. Now, the next thing is there's all this space here, which I get that that's part of this theme, but you're gonna lose people the more they have to scroll down. Just coming back to the scroll map, you see that with this design, 80% of people, 2 out of 10 people are not seeing my add to cart button when it is designed like this. And this is pretty well condensed. It doesn't have any space between the image and menu. So if I'm coming back here and I have to scroll down all this way, I'm guaranteeing 3 out of 10 people are not seeing your add to cart button. And even when they do get to this add to cart, it doesn't really stand out. It's white on white, which is the cardinal sin of add to cart designs, in my opinion. I always want to have a different color. So just making this pink would have stood out so much more in my eyes, but just so much empty space that could easily be tweaked around by just pushing this up a bit, getting rid of this 1 out of 10. They don't need this. They know, people know naturally they can just scroll left to right. Now, some things I do like is that, okay, we have before and after and a review here. So we have social proof. This is a great image here. We have more before and afters. And then this one right here, this is the best before and after design. So I don't know why it's tucked back here, because again, a lot of people are not going to scroll through the first 6 images. So this should be either the second image, possibly the third image. Again, the first image should be of the product. And I tend to split test with GIFs. I tend to split test with showing the product in someone's hand in real life. But yeah, images like this, no value, but for some reason, everyone likes to add these really cool, sexy looking photos that just don't provide literally any insight into the product and what it does. Now, scrolling down, I do like to have product name, then reviews, then price. Now, this price, I will admit, is kind of small, the font. I would see if they can increase it. Now, if we go to this option, obviously they have the pricing in the bundle app, but I would definitely recommend increasing the size of this. And I would get rid of the quantity table because there's no way it's going to perform better than a bundle app, in my opinion. But you can always split test. There is Hotjar and there's Google Optimize. Now, next thing, free shipping in the United States. I like this. An estimated delivery date, I like that too. Now, there are apps that will be way better designed where they can keep it on one line instead of having 2 lines right here. And this gray font doesn't look super professional. So there are apps that will show you 3 different stages of, okay, we're shipping it out, it's in transit, and it will arrive on this date. So I would try to look into apps. There are plenty on Shopify you can play around with where you just add the code into your theme or your gem pages, and that will work really well. But I like the effort because you should have something about your shipping times, because that will be an objection people have. How long does it take to ship? Do you have a money back guarantee? Things like that really do matter. Now, this white, red, black, it's an interesting design going all black. I would probably do pink when it is selected instead of black. And then this weird shadow effect, personally, I get rid of. I think you just can do an outline and that would work. I would get rid of the quantity button. I would get rid of this giant triple shadow. Honestly, it kind of looks like an Oreo. It's got the black and then the white inner coating, the black on the outside. It just looks like a mess to me, so I get rid of it. Now, when we get into after the add to cart, what can you do to provide value? Well, since social proof will be something that people look for, I would recommend maybe having a carousel of different reviews right after the add to cart, or having an accordion menu, which can handle frequently asked questions. It can handle the money back guarantee and getting into depth on that. I love having sections that just give you the value and handle objections. So I like to have social proof here usually, and we can go back to Bleame just to show a quick example of what I mean by this. So quick carousel right here. This looks beautiful. Really short, simple reviews that talk about the benefits, and it shows the before and after of the product working. So this could be a great section to have right under your add to cart button. Now wait just a damn second. I want you to look into my eyes right now. See these puppy dog green eyes that absolutely melt your heart, because they are sad that you didn't even leave a like or comment or even subscribe to the channel. I mean, how is YouTube supposed to know I'm pumping out this much value? Do you want to keep me as an undercover gem forever? Do you think that's going to make me happy and motivate me to make more videos? No. So you better leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. And then after that, yeah, you have to get into your description. And for problem-solving products, you're going to have more of a description because you have to describe different things like the problem that you're solving. Because if people don't realize they have a problem, they're not going to buy from you. So you have to first identify the problem, aggravate the problem, meaning why is life terrible when you have a problem like this, and then transition into your product. And then the next 1 to 2 sections should cover all the benefits, all the use cases that you can actually apply to your product. So when we go here, we have experience the radiant power of face glow, a transformative solution that gives you an all-around sexier face. So I would say for your first headline, it's whatever is the biggest claim or desire that you can give to people with your product. So if the key thing that you've seen in all reviews is that people are looking for a sexier face, then you should highlight that as your major headline. But if mainly people are saying they want to feel more confident in their own skin, then that should be your headline instead. But if I was to critique it, I would say with your headlines, you should make them 6 to 8 words. This is really, really long and people are not going to read all this. And it's also a gray text, so I'd make it black. And I think this would convert much, much better. Now they have a graphic to open things up, which I'm not necessarily opposed to, but I don't like this one. Look and feel more glamorous. That could be a headline, honestly, on its own, because if that's the major things people care about. But I don't see most viral TikTok product, order now and it ships in 24 hours. Splendid. I mean, this is just not good. Like these bullet points, do people really care when I buy this product? Oh, it's gone viral. Oh, I can get it shipped in 24 hours. Maybe, but I would say as a graphic, typically you want to have just the major value propositions, not generic things that you could say about literally any product. And that's the definition of, in my opinion, of a vanilla benefit. If this can apply to every product, which is, yeah, viral, order now, trusted supplier, you shouldn't say it. It's not unique enough. So I would get rid of that. And then this next section is kind of a before and after or a product demo. And I think this can make actually a good GIF after your headline here. But the way that it's separated in 2, I don't really know where to focus my eyes. So I just honestly stick to 1. Now scrolling down for women ages 15 plus, look and feel younger, confident, glamorous. These are actually good headline ideas. I don't know why though you need a graphic in this kind of weird, very sensual face. I mean, honestly, as someone who hasn't had his Johnson touched in weeks, this is getting me pretty aroused. actually completely ignore that. I get girls. I go out to the bars. I know what I'm doing. I got Riz. Maybe not. But when we go back to this, I think this actually would make a good headline for a second section, possibly. Now, we have another graphic going on here talking about the different settings of the product, which first, we haven't even addressed that there's 3 different settings if you go up here. So I would recommend, obviously, talking about that. So getting into them, blue light has an antimicrobial effect that kills bacteria in the skin, protecting you from breakouts. It has anti-inflammatory effects that help remove free radicals responsible for speeding up skin aging. I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm back in biology class reading that. So I would see if you can obviously dumb it down and just communicate, okay, here's the feature, here's the benefit from the feature. So getting into it, blue light has an antimicrobial effect. Okay, what does that mean? Well, that means it kills bacteria and prevents breakouts. So I actually think that's not a terrible point. I would maybe consider shortening down a little bit. So blue light kills bacteria in the skin, protecting you from breakouts. Simple as that. It also has anti-inflammatory effects. That's do what? I mean, it removes free radicals, but I don't really know what that means. So it's responsible for speeding up skin aging. So if these anti-inflammatory effects help keep you younger, that's a better idea that helps me visualize. If I can't visualize this, free radicals, like what does that even really mean? You shouldn't have an idea that really can't be pictured. Now, next, red light therapy promotes the growth of fibroblasts. So again, maybe some people will know that, most people won't. And collagen, which tightens and sharpens the jawline. So again, this is a feature. So it promotes the growth of fibroblasts and collagen that are responsible for tightening and sharpening your jawline. That could be the benefit right there. And then if you want to have a second sentence, this also reduces fine lines and improves blood circulation to your skin for a more youthful, radiant glow. I think you guys get the idea on copy. Now, this next graphic here, 10-minute daily skincare tool, that's not really a benefit. I guess that you could say, yeah, you could apply it really easily. I don't think really that's that great though. All-in-one benefits means nothing. Anti-wrinkle, that's a benefit. Lift and tighten, kind of a benefit. Face massager, not a benefit. Jawline shaper, Heat vibration, not a benefit. So again, would personally get rid of this graphic. I don't think it adds much value. Now, the final one, 6 ways face glow helps your skin. I would honestly get rid of that and just have a graphic where, crop this text out of the way. And it's just, the different models. And you have text here, which is nearly impossible to read unless you're a 20/20 vision baseball expert like I was. And as a former Little League All-Star who also played in perfect game because, your boy was a bit of a jockster back in his day. I kind of peaked in high school, I'm not going to lie. But I can read this. But for the average NPC, they really can't. So I would definitely increase the size of this font. That would be just a really easy thing, especially if these are really good benefits, which they seem to be. Now, this final thing I get rid of this. FAQ, I always do below my reviews because reviews, honestly, in terms of buying power, usually have more of an effect on people. And then FAQs, I do like this. This is really actually well designed too. And I would consider an accordion menu where you have some of these up here instead of having to scroll all the way down here. Because again, 20% of people are probably going to reach this far down. So hopefully you can see immediately all the different things that could have been changed to make that website so much more well optimized and higher converting. So let's look back at Bleame here because this is a marketer's dream. I honestly don't even want to tell you the things I've done to myself after looking at this website and especially during looking at it. But I'll try to control myself for now. So we already talked about this first section and how amazingly well optimized it is and handling a variety of different objections and communicating value through bullet point benefits. And I really like either having bullet point benefits above your offer or having a review. You can just grab a review, just paste the 2-sentence review here, and that's more social proof that you can add, which again, really never hurts. So it's good to split test having those versus bullet point benefits. But then scrolling down, add to bag looks really good. They have their estimated shipping and they have some frequently asked questions. So they're handling objections and then boom, more social proof. They have actual comments, a whole page, a collage dedicated to all the amazing comments they got so that you feel trusted, so that you feel like this will actually work and it's not a scam. Now, scrolling down after this immense social proof, they actually get into the value prompts. So hair removal just got way easier. So again, this is really good. Then they have the different use cases and it's done in a really, really well-designed way because you don't want to just do up to down with designs because that takes up more space. The more people have to scroll, the worse. So if you can do things left to right like this, that's always a better option. So they got some great communication of value. Then they have social proof even more with all these video reviews, which is really, really smart because people love watching these TikTok videos. If you can embed them onto your website without it taking up too much speed, that's kind of where you have to split test and see because again, it will increase the speed, but is it worth it to do so? And again, they just simplify it and make it so easy to understand the benefits and the value. So notice a reduction in the appearance of ingrown hairs. It also helps with strawberry legs. You just know exactly what it does. And they have so much social proof. It is ridiculous. And then they, of course, compare it to other options because there are a lot of hair removal options. So yeah, why is this the best option for me? Well, it's painless, reusable, easy to use, eco-friendly, and that's really, really well done. They got their guarantee and of course, a ton of reviews. And the first ones that you see here are really, really in-depth, which I highly recommend. The first page of reviews that you have on your product page should be the best and most detailed ones. And now I just want to look at one more product page with you so we can talk about other things that you can play around with to optimize your conversion rates. So with this website right here, Sleepify. Now there are so many people that have sold this sleep mask. I know Jordan Welch, I think, made over $1 million with this. So this is a really, really saturated product, but these guys put in a ton of great effort into their product page. And what I want you to also keep in mind is that this website did not have these sections 100% of the time. They have split tested adding different sections versus removing certain sections. So that's another thing you have to play around with. If you have 3 sections in your description, maybe get rid of one or think about adding another one if you have more value props that you want to communicate, or if you want to try adding in the social proof with carousels here so that you can see if that makes a difference versus not. So when we look at this website actually a few months ago when I took a screenshot, you can see that they went with bullet point benefits here and then they had the reviews. But now they actually tweaked it a little bit where they have social proof now added from a variety of different news sources. They have a review added under the add to cart button, and now they're getting into their value props a little bit earlier before the carousel, and they designed it in a different way. So they no longer have these bullet point benefits right here. Then they went straight into their description, which they had 3 different sections, which I personally love. So a headline, quick sentence, and then they had some bullet point little benefits here, followed by their offer. So if we actually scroll down now, they have a bit of a description here. They have reviews. Now bullet point benefits have been moved down because they realize, okay, maybe not a lot of people are interacting with this section. Maybe they're actually deciding to drop off after this section. So if that's the case, and you're noticing in scroll maps that, okay, when people go from this section right here to this next one, there's a very significant drop off compared to with other sections. Therefore, we might want to consider moving that section down because it's not getting as much interaction, or we just remove it entirely because we can see, okay, 50% of people are here, the next section, 40% around there. So 10% drop off isn't crazy. And I would say the average drop off from one section to another is about 15 to 20%. So if you can get it lower than that, then that section's really, really well done. And then after their offer, they have the 60-day money-back guarantee, frequently asked questions, and reviews. So we scroll down here, they have a newly designed frequently asked questions here, 60-day money-back guarantee, and then their offer at the bottom. That's really interesting, putting the offer at the bottom. Usually, in most cases, you want to put it as high as you can, but they realize, okay, it looks like people need a significant amount of education and value and social proof shown to them before you can show that offer. So again, this is where you split test, moving sections up and down. You can't just stick with what you've originally built because 99.99% of the time, it will never be the best well-designed layout until you split test it. And finally, because I love you so much, what do you do when you're selling a non-problem solving product like rings, jewelry, all those different types of things? Well, for me, I would recommend keeping your product page very, very condensed when it comes to words. You're gonna do the variety of your selling through images and visuals because you're really just trying to communicate to people that, hey, this product's gonna look good on you. So how do you do that? Well, you have different models wearing the product. You have different models wearing the product with different outfits in different backgrounds. You are just trying to help people visualize how this will look on them. So if you just have, okay, here's the product inside its box, or here's the product on a table, people aren't necessarily going to be able to visualize it. And sure, that's a good start. You should have a variety of, yeah, here's the product on a table, here's the product with a white background, just so you can see that. But you need to have other visuals. So you should really focus on having as many images in the product image section as possible, having multiple models wearing it. So I'd say this website is a great example of that, where they have, okay, here's the box, and sure, that's a good start, but okay, now we know what it looks like on the hand. So that's a great option. So we want to, I would say, show the ring on a variety of different hands. So it could be a older woman's hand, a younger woman's hand. It could be on an African-American woman versus a white woman. So that gives you more options to see what it will look like for different consumers, because again, everyone's different and they're looking for someone that actually represents them. Now, I would say a lot of these images are all professional too, and I would like to see what the product looks like in real life, just taken off a photo image from a phone. So you don't want to only just have very professional photos too. And then when it comes to the actual copy, I would highly recommend do not have too much copy. The copy is not going to do really any selling at all. You should just have what copy can handle any objection. Well, I would say the main objections people will have is, again, is there a money back guarantee? what's the shipping times, and what is this product made out of. So you should have just an accordion menu, really simple like this, where yeah, you have your money back guarantee. Okay, they have a warranty too. That's pretty good. And then yeah, you should have specifications. What is this product actually made out of? And then the shipping times. Now they also added a review. And again, this is something you should play around with, having the review. And this is really good, but maybe we even put it up here versus down here and see what is the difference in conversion rate. And then obviously, yeah, having recommended products is good. Right into reviews though, because yeah, a product description is just not going to do much selling for a product like this, where you're just buying it because it looks cool. And finally, you may be wondering, how do I split test my original product page versus my product page with all these changes? Well, I have a dedicated video that actually explains how to use Google Optimize and set up split test, but you can see right here, it's really simple. Once you have this installed and you have to install Google Analytics and Google Optimize, there's just a piece of code. It's not too complicated. Please watch that video because I'm not having any excuses from you, because this is what the big dogs do. When we get into it, what you're going to do is a redirect test, really simple, where you grab the URL of your original product page and you just paste it right here. When we click on next, it's going to be really simple. And then the variant, this is going to be the split test of the URL of this second product page, the one where you made all the changes, just like that. And then once you've done that, you can click the weight, which means how much traffic is going to go to each page. So I can see here, 50% of traffic that clicks my original URL will go to the original product page and 50% will go to the new version. So that's how you split test it. And then when you scroll on down, you obviously want to choose, okay, what's my objective from this test, which will be purchase revenue. So hopefully you learned a ton about website design, but if you want to learn about media buying and how to scale using Facebook and TikTok ads, I would highly recommend checking this video out right here, leaving a like, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.